Hello, runners. Welcome, friends, family, runners, to this momentous occasion, the incoming class of season 9 of Runners High with Bala. We all are super excited to be here. And boy, what a class we are having this time. 756 runners have registered. And let me give you some stats, of which 275 new runners. 630 of runners are registered in the Pro program. Pro program is a program, as you all know, where we have dedicated coach to all of you looking at your runs. We have more than 100 runners registered in our light program, where we offer our training schedules, and it's a self-serve program where they choose to do it on their own based on the training schedule that we provide. And then we have 18 masters who have also signed up. Masters are runners above 70, and they are true masters. They are here for a 5K or a 10K walking program. It's a 12-week program. It will start around the first week of February. So as you can imagine, we have a historic cohort of runners starting from today. And myself, along with my 15 other coaches, a whole bunch of management administration staff, are supremely excited that we are here. And congratulations, guys, for making that call to be here. Making that call is more important. And now that you've made that call, let's just get going and let's make magic happen together. So before we get started, I thought I will give you a little bit of an introduction to this program, what you can expect in the next 12 to 16 weeks, as the case may be, and what we would like to bring to the table and what we would like you to bring to the table. So let's step back for a second before we start into our training program. Let's step back for a second and discuss these points and make sure we all are aligned. Firstly, we won't be here at this point without the help of an army of volunteers who made this happen. So it is incumbent on us to say thank you to those amazing people, starting with our tech team led by Arvind and Sapna and Ramanpreet and Suren and Coach Sridhar, who designed this entire admissions process. So those of you who have been here for 2+ seasons, you would know how it was just a year ago. We used to do all of this manually, and we used to have a lot of back and forth between runners and the management staff. Those things are things of the past. We have moved from a stone age to space age, as I say it, thanks to this phenomenal work from our technology team, that we were able to get 756 of you in less than 4 weeks without much of a kick. So thank you, tech team, and all of us should thank them for their volunteering work of hours in making all of this possible. I also want to thank our operations staff who worked tirelessly to fill up the blanks, and make this a well-lubricated machinery. So thank you, Renu, Mona, Anjali on the finance team, Sudarshana on the finance team, to make all of this happen. And finally, our 15 coaches, without that team, none of this is possible. You would all soon realize how much of care and attention and love they bring to the table day in and day forth to make you successful. They find their success and happiness in your success. And that is the magic that we try to deliver season after season in this club. So what is our club? Let's start with that. What is it that we focus on? Now, every running club has its own culture, and every running organization has a certain objective. There are some who believe in sort of getting the best output, peak performance, winning races, getting selected for college or even Olympic trials, and so on. Every running club has its own goals. For us, our running club, we believe in the first axiom that I say, where the journey is the destination. Or in other words, we are here at the start line of the season, and our destination is the journey from today to the start line of whichever is the race you're going to join. So, or in other words, the next 16 weeks is the destination. What happens on the race day is just what happens on the race day. It means a lot, obviously, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. The entire iceberg is below the water, which is the journey, and that will be our focus. So let's keep that in mind. There is no shortcut to the start line. Just imagine that you didn't do much of the training, or you were not that focused on training, and you came to the start line in a haphazard fashion and then did a fantastic race. Honestly, that means not much to us, to me especially, because you didn't reach the destination, which is the journey. If you are focused, if you're dedicated, the journey is what is going to give you lifelong benefits, a positive impact to your life, both physically and mentally, which is what we are going after. So journey is the destination. Keep that in mind. Keep that focus. Let's focus on the journey, which is the next 16 weeks. Secondly, we have certain values that we would like to imbibe to all our runners and all the folks in our community. And those values can be easily captured in 3 short statements. First one is we are in the quest of finding and making amazing human beings. That's really what we're trying to do. We're not trying to make amazing runners. If you want to be an incredible runner, maybe this club is not just exactly for you, because we'll try to make you a great runner, but our actual goal is to make and find amazing human beings. And the way we define amazing human beings is folks who can take on a big challenge, work through the challenge, work hard to try to see if they can get over that challenge, give more than take, give more to the community than just taking, and have a positive, happy disposition, and enjoying the successes and learning from the failures, not just yours, but enjoying the success of others, is what we call it, a package of amazing human being. And that's what we're trying to do. And this long distance training program is a beautiful operating system on which we can create these applications. And that's what we're going to do. And you will soon realize that we really are trying to do that. And when we do that, running happens. But that's just a side product. The main product is we all become awesome, and we are surrounded by awesome people, and we enjoy this beautiful journey called life. The third part of this, what we stand for, is not letting anyone behind. So that means it's not about just focusing on the cream de la cream, not just focusing on the mid torso. We also want to make sure the folks that really need help, we don't leave them behind just because they're slow or they're just getting started. For us, the true success is no one is left behind, and everyone is doing something more than what he or she expected today. So we all will focus on that portion of the chain, because all of us were that at some point in our not so distant past. All of us were that, and all of us have come from a 5K to 10K to various other distances. So those are our 3 things. Find those amazing human beings, make amazing human beings, give more than take, and never let anyone behind. No one is left behind. Those are the 3 sort of operating philosophies and pillars and values with which we try to organize and run this Runners High with Bala program. Please help us out. Please believe in these missions, these values, and let us come together and make magic happen. Now let's talk about, what about this program? How do you think about this program? What do you need to understand about this program? So this program, folks, as I said, it's a 16-week training program. We're going to start with 2 weeks of warm-up, which is today, starting tomorrow onwards. We officially kick off 2 weeks of warm-up. In this warm-up, we don't expect you to be, focused on making sure every day, you do it well. It's entirely possible. You will miss here and there. Totally understandable. Um, holiday time, Christmas time. So there must be parties. Everything is absolutely understandable. And that's why we have a warm-up. The idea of warm-up period is so that just get into the rhythm of opening up your final search, looking at the runs that, or the training event that has been given to you. Make sure that you click on it, read through the descriptions, click on the various links, understand what it is, ask some questions to your coaches in the Runner's High group, and then make sure your watches work. You have your good watch. Make sure you take the time to go to the running shoe store. Don't just go and buy anything off Amazon or the cheapest shoes that you can get. Strict no, it'll only land up in injury. You're doing something very specialized workout and a specialized running, which lends itself to injuries by the very nature of the activity. So let's make sure that we are smart and not just being frugal. You can be smart and frugal, but just being frugal or just going and getting the best deal is really not smart, because you will land up in more trouble than what you would have otherwise been. So ensure you go to the running shoe store. In the US, we recommend this shoe store, Road Runners. We have a relationship with them. They offer discounts for our group, and they have the best sort of shoes from all different brands. You go to them physically, test yourself in their equipment, and they'll tell you what type of shoes would work best for you, and ensure that you buy those shoes. Don't delay this. This is an investment onto yourself. Make that happen. Buy the top quality shoe. I would also recommend an insole, because we'll talk about a little bit more later on, but an insole sort of gets a better contact surface area for your foot and the shoe and the heel of the shoe. Do all of that, get ready, have a Garmin or an Apple Watch. Fitbit doesn't work with us, unfortunately. So Garmin or an Apple Watch, set this up, connect that to Final Search. You can also connect that to Strava to sort of share your runs with others. Don't connect both Strava and Final Search both Strava and your watch to Final Search. Just only one watch to Final Search. Do all of these things. Get to know your coach, get to know your team, contribute. So that's what the next 2 weeks is all about. Just warm up, okay? And you do a little bit of runs. There is not going to be too much of a ramp up. Once you are done with that, then we have a core 14-week core training. Essentially, we divide that into groups of 3 weeks or 4 weeks. We call that a mesocycle. And every mesocycle, we will have a goal, and we will slowly ramp you up based on the segments that you are in. And we do that, and we slowly ramp it up. So our entire program is structured around these mesocycles, or this 3-week to 4-week mesocycles. We focus on the 3 weeks, we get it done, then we release the next 3-week training. We'll get it done, we'll learn from it, we'll tell you how we have done in the last 3 weeks, and then we keep moving. So that would be the core of that training program. Once we are done with those mesocycles, 4 of them, you will get to the last 2 weeks, which is what we call it as the taper week. Taper week is you've done all this training, your body is ready, your mind is ready. Now you're sort of tapering it down a little bit so that your body can recover well for you to be ready at the start line with the best of mental and physical fitness. That's really what it is, guys. That's what this training is all about. That's what you need to be ready for. This is what we're going to offer to you, as I said. What we need from you, though, we would like you to give us 3 fundamental things, and we will talk about it going forward. Item number 1, commitment or dedication. You are here because you made a decision to be here, okay? Which is commendable. Not everyone has the courage to make the decision that you just now made. But just making the decision alone is not enough now. Now we need to actualize that decision. And the way you do that is bring your A game when it comes to commitment or dedication to this journey. We can easily tell you by looking at a runner, even like a half a mile away, whether this runner is committed or dedicated. When I say half a mile, figuratively. A committed runner, a dedicated runner is focused on the destination, which is the journey. That means he's on top of all the messages. He or she is able to read the messages, think about those messages, making sure going to final surge every day, understanding the program, understanding the workout for that day, and prioritizing that workout come what may, and just go and get it done. That is how dedication and commitment looks like. A lack of dedication or a partial dedication, how it looks like is they typically come up with fantastic reasons for why they were not able to do it. Remember, I told you fantastic reasons. That means the reason sounds very plausible. But unfortunately, the end result is that particular day or that particular week was not done. So I would think of this, the way commitment and dedication, the bar is so high. Think of something like your CEO has given a job to you in the job of your dream, and you want to be, you are seeing a lot of growth for you in that company. And in that company, the company of your dreams, the CEO of your dream has given you a job that you want to do in the next 1 week, a project that he is telling you it's going to be, or he or she is going to tell you it's going to be very, very close to her heart. Think how much you will do to ensure that you get that project done. Will you come up with frivolous reasons for not doing the project? You won't, right? Why? Because you prioritize that over everything else in life. It is that type of mindset that I'm asking of you. You give that, believe me, you will get a lot more than what you just gave. At the end of the day, we are just asking you to prioritize yourself, investing in your own self. That's all this means. That's the first thing I'm asking you, commitment and dedication. The second thing is resilience, which is required for the 16-week program. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from a failure or a setback. If you have that mental mindset to come back, you will know that this 16-week journey has got its share of ups and downs, and folks with resilience would be able to come back from the down and hit the next up. That is needed, and we will discuss a lot more as we go through this season. And finally, an ability to have fun. Make this a fun activity. I know some of you might be thinking, Bala, how the hell can a painful half a mile run I just finished can ever be termed as fun activity? But we will talk about it. At least know that this is expected of you. We'll make it fun. Resilience, having fun, and commitment are the three pillars on which we will deliver this program, and we will expect you to deliver it back to us. These three. When these three are in place, you have reached the destination, which is you've successfully completed an amazing journey. So that's about the structure of the program and what is expected out of you. Then let me talk a little bit about running theory. So guys, till last season, I used to give this weekend messages in 3 parts. There used to be a part about a general overall message. Then there used to be a part about running theory. And then there used to be a part about something else that I used to ask during the week. Many of the feedback that we got at the end of the season is, hey, Bala, can you all put it in just one message so that it is easy for us to just listen it out once, as opposed to going from one message to another message to another message, and sometimes we miss it out. I thought that was a good idea. So that's what I'm going to do. Just one message, all of this put together. So hopefully it'll be easier for you to access. So let me talk a little bit about the running theory of this week. And I want to introduce to you this concept, and the most important concept of base pace or conversational pace running. Now, in this program, we are going to introduce to you many different types of runs. Okay. But from an importance of different types of runs are concerned, 80% weightage will be given to this type of run that I'm just telling you. You nail this type of run, you nail the whole journey. And it will take some time to nail this type of run. Okay. And this type of run is called base pace or conversational pace running. Now, what is that? As the name suggests, conversational pace running means you are running at a rhythm, at a pace, in an equilibrium with your body in such a way that you are able to hold a conversation while you're running. Now, I know for all those 275 plus newcomers, this might seem like an absolutely alien concept, right? But that's what I'm asking you to do. So let me first tell you, how does a non-conversational pace running would sound like. It'll be something like this. I'm running right now and I'm talking to you. But if let's imagine I'm talking to you while I'm running, and I'm running in a non-conversational pace running. This is how it will look like. So this is how a conversational pace running will look like, guys. And if you think about it, I'm not able to talk properly. The reason is my heart is pounding and my breathing is sort of erratic. So I'm not able to hold a proper conversation with you. You get that? So this is non-conversational pace running. And conversational pace running is, imagine how I'm talking to you right now, and imagine I'm running right now. That's conversational pace running. So you're able to hold a conversation while you're running. So how do you do that? So how do you do that varies from people to people in terms of the path to a conversational pace running. But there is one thing that is everyone can easily understand and should follow, which is when you are running, you just sing a small, like sort of a happy birthday song to yourself. You know, when you're singing like happy birthday to me, something like that, a very small, light voice, and see whether you're able to sing properly. If you're not able to sing properly, then you're not in a conversational pace. It's as simple as that. That's the test. And when you're not in conversational pace, all you have to do is either slow down or start walking. Don't worry about runs. Especially new runners, you start running, even if you're running very, very slow, especially new runners, 5Ks and 10Ks are running for the first time, even a little bit of a jog will take you out of conversational pace. That is fine. Start walking. Maybe start walking fast, get your heartbeat down, and then once you feel calm, normal again, you start running again. That's what you will do. Doing this again and again and again will train your body slowly towards conversational pace running. Okay, so that's what you're going to do. You go to warm-up runs and you will say that try to run your base pace or conversational pace. Try this. It's a journey. It's going to take 3, 4, 5 months, maybe a couple of seasons for you to get there. Some of us are even, still getting there. But the goal is the definition. Keep the definition in mind. You should be able to have a conversation while you're running. If you're not able to have a conversation while you're running, that means you need to slow down or start walking. Do that, and rest all will flow automatically. So that's your running theory capsule for this week. And finally, guys, as we go through the season, if somebody's asking you, hey, what is this training is all about? Can you tell me in one sentence what this training is all about? You will remember this term, and this term will come again and again. This training, in a scientific way, it's a structured training program. Structured as in it is a mix of art and science. There is a structure, there is a scientific logic behind all the training programs that are given. And there is an art because we are dealing with humans and emotions. So we are going to be together in this journey. So that's the art side of it, getting your passion and desires and happiness and disappointment, managing all of that is an art. That's what we're going to do. And in one sentence, this training is cardiovascular, musculoskeletal, mental strength training. Cardio, heart, vascular circulation, muscles, skeletal, bones and joints, mental strength. These are all the things that we are going to improve and enhance in the next 16 weeks in our journey. And as you go through this journey, each and every element of this cardiovascular, musculoskeletal, mental strength training portion will be addressed, and we will be the better for it. Okay, folks. So in conclusion, key points in this call is, first of all, welcome. Congrats on making that momentous decision. We have more than 750 runners, 275 new runners that we are most excited about. We will get this season started. Remember your destination, which is the journey, the next 16 weeks. We are looking for 3 key values that will be driven across from an RHWB principle, which is finding the best you, that amazing human being. We want to surround ourselves with great human beings. We want to give more than we take, and we will never let anyone behind. No one left behind. Those are the 3 values through which we're going to drive this program. All we're asking of you in return are 3 things: commitment and dedication from you to find that better you, resilience to come back from temporary dip in form, temporary disappointments, and having that mindset to have fun while doing that. These are the 3 things we're asking of you. This week, we start with 2 weeks of warm-up, 12 to 14 weeks of regular training, divided into 3-week chunks called mesocycles, and then 2 weeks of taper. That's your season. I introduced the concept of a base/conversational base run. The idea behind that is you run in a way where you are able to have a conversation without any trouble. The only way you get into that zone is managing your heart rate and breathing so that your body is able to have the conversation. And if you're not able to have the conversation, all you have to do is simply slow down or start walking. You do this, the rest of it will flow. And let's get the season started, guys. Welcome all of you. Let's make magic happen again. Thank you.